Thought we were done with clandestine conversations.
Some things require privacy.
I haven't heard you say that since the midnight coup of Schmidt, Gordon, and Van Dyke.
Are you done?
It wasn't a joke.
Neither is this. I told Katie I helped cover up Dan Hartman's embezzlement.
What the hell would you open that time capsule?
Because she knew the explanation we gave the partners about Lewis was bullshit, and I had to tell her something.
You could have told her it was none of her business.
Listen, Harvey, I didn't bring you up here to get relationship advice, okay? I brought you up here to tell you what I did, in case it ever came up.
No, you didn't. You brought me here because now you need Lewis to back you. And you need to get mad at me when I told you what you didn't want to hear.
You're right, I don't want to hear it.
Jessie!
How do you think Lewis is gonna react when he finds out that he has the fate of my relationship in his hands?
How do you think it's gonna go the first time Katie Malone hears about Lewis's blackmail?
I don't care.
Well, I'll tell you how it's gonna go. Lewis is gonna look back with those beady little eyes of his and says, embezzlement? That's not how I got my name in the world. And then the shit hits the fan anyway.
You know, you can be a real son of a bitch sometimes.
Yeah, and instead of being pissed at me, why don't you take a look in the mirror? Because we held out an olive branch. And when Luis hears about this, he's gonna take that branch and beat the shit out of us with it.
The usual.
What's the usual?
Cranberry's gone.
He doesn't have cranberry.
You were saying?
Apparently I was not.
So I just got the weirdest phone call from your father's secretary. She wanted Katrina Bennett's personal files.
Are you asking me if I got her that job?
I know you got her the job. I'm just curious why.
Because the only reason she lost her old job was she was keeping the secret of someone she cared about.
Something you can relate to.
Exactly.
And something that will mean a lot to Louis.
I'm not telling Louis what I did.
Rachel, I know how hard he's been on you since he found out about Mike. But telling him this will go a long way towards mending your relationship.
Maybe. But I didn't help Katrina to get credit. I did it because it was the right thing to do.
And you think if you get something in return, it will mean less?
No. I think it's not just on me to fix things. It's on Louis.
So are we going to talk about that little welcoming speech Jessica made for Lewis?
We don't need to talk about it, because Luis isn't going to accept it.
Why not?
Because it will be a cold day in hell when he accepts being Maverick to my Iceman.
Don't you mean Iceman to your Maverick?
No, I don't.
So you would rather be Iceman over Maverick?
Who got the trophy?
Who's the better pilot?
The one that got the trophy.
Wrong, because in the end, Maverick had to save Iceman. I mean, if he didn't, Iceman would be sitting at the bottom of the Indian Ocean right now.
Where he will still be the man.
According to you.
According to me, it's the only according to that matters.
Maybe, but according to me, Viper was the real hero of that film. What? You think I don't know Top Gun?
What I think is you have no business being here in my office.
Are we doing this in front of your associate?
We're doing nothing in front of nobody, because you just have to go.
Harvey, I need a lawyer.
Louis's office is down the hall.
I don't want Louis, I want you.
That's funny. The last time I saw you, you told me I wasn't fit to practice law in your ivory tower.
What I told you was you'll sacrifice your ethics for wins. And right now, I'm not in my ivory tower, and I need a win.
I knew it, you're just like everybody else. The end doesn't justify the means until it's your ass on the line.
Do you think I like asking you for help?
What I think is this Liberty Rail thing must have you by the balls.
So, you know.
And after they trained the rail, you were appointed to assess the victims' compensation formula. And then after you did, some of those victims hired a lawyer and opened an investigation.
Then you also know they found nothing.
The question is, why are you here?
The TSA found $25,000 in my luggage the day I announced I was changing the formula.
And now you're being accused of accepting a bribe.
Which I did not do.
Well, good luck, Professor, proving that without my help.
I was wrong about you, Mr. Specter. I never thought you wouldn't represent someone just because you didn't like them.
You're wrong again. I don't like you. But I'm not representing you because you did something shady. And I'm not screwing over crash victims for the likes of you.
You know I didn't do this.
What I know is you show yourself in, you can show yourself out.
So looking at a little dog in the night, there's 40 hours around. Look who it is. A man who put me in my place. What now? You want me to sign a paper admitting that I was a man on the grassy knoll?
I meant what I said in that ceremony, Louis.
Oh, you mean the ceremony you had in order to trick me?
I had the ceremony because you demanded it. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Katie Malone.
What about her?
You may be aware, Katie and I are...
50 Shades of Grey? Yeah, I'm aware.
I'm gonna let that go, only because what you're not aware is that I had to lie to her.
She doesn't know about Mike, does she?
No, she doesn't. But she knows that you committed a crime and that you have to resign now. You need me up in the wall.
What did you tell her?
I told her that you found out that I covered up Dan Harmon's embezzlement and used it to strong-arm me.
And now you want me to cover another one of your little secrets.
It's the same secret, Louis. And you have just as much invested in it as I do.
No, I don't. Because I don't care whether your relationship with Katie survives or not.
What do you want, Louis?
I want something for continuing covering your ass.
You already got something. You got your name on the wall.
Now I want the respect that comes with it.
Meaning?
I want one of Harvey's clients.
Which one?
And that's between me and Harvey.
Okay, I agree to meet. I hope it's not just so you can tell me more about what a horrible person I am.
I'm here to tell you that I changed my mind.
So, you admitted to yourself that I didn't do this?
I've admitted to myself that you came to me because this case needs rule bending, and you're gonna tell me why right now.
The money.
Yes, the money. If you weren't bribed, where the hell did the $25,000 come from?
You know where it came from. It's the same thing you tried to use to blackmail me last year.
Let me get this straight. You have an explanation for the money that will get you out of this whole thing?
But I can't use it. Where are you going?
To get you out of this. Welcome to the real world, Professor.
You giving me Henry Gerard.
What?
I saw him, I want him, you got him, he's mine.
That's not how it works, Luis. I'm afraid you'll have to find yourself another boyfriend.
Well, you know, it's exactly how it works, Harvey.
You talked to Jessie, didn't you?
Sure as hell did. And he used me to cover his ass. So now, I want one of your clients in return.
You want one of my clients? We can talk about that. But Gerard is staying with me.
Don't pretend like you care about the guy, because he can stand you.
Luis, I just consider you giving you one of my clients. I suggest let Gerard go.
I'm not letting anything go because it doesn't make sense. Not only can he stand you, he doesn't even respect you.
What did you just say to me?
I said he doesn't respect you.
Well, he definitely doesn't respect you. Because when he come to me that he needed a lawyer, I tried to send him your way. And his exact words were, I don't want Luis, I want you.
Well, okay, I'll take another one of your
I'm
clients.
not giving you anything.
But you just
I
said...
don't give a shit what I said. My clients are my clients. And if you don't get out of my office in the next 3 seconds, I guarantee it won't end up with you keeping all your teeth. No, just turn around and walk back out that door.
Harvey,
Did you just hear what I said?
I did, but apparently you didn't hear what Jessie said about wiping the slate clean.
And apparently you didn't hear because I told Luis he could have one of my clients.
And 3 seconds later, you told me he couldn't.
Because I realized I was paying for Jessie's mistake.
No, Harvey, you are willing to pay for his mistake right up until Louis say Gerard doesn't respect you.
It has nothing to do
You
with...
can lie to yourself all you want, but I'm not going to let you bullshit me.
What the hell are you talking about?
Harry Gerard is the one person you respect who never respected you, and Louis touched that nerve.
And I told you it has nothing to do with it.
You really think that?
I don't think it. I know it.
Then you know what, Harvey? You're no different than Louis. You had a chance to help us all move from, then you blew it out of pettiness, which is exactly what Louis would do.
What do you want from me, Donna?
I want you to be a grown-up and do what you say you do in the first place.
Donna, I'm a little bit busy at the moment.
Too busy to take on this?
What's that?
The first client that Jessie gave Harvey when he made him partner.
I thought Harvey won't let me have any of his clients.
No, he said he would, but instead of taking him up on it, You went ahead and shit on his feelings.
Come on, Harvey doesn't have any feelings.
That's not true, and you know it. And you especially should know that a person can overreact when they are hurt.
But if you're referring to me, I did not overreact when...
Whatever you say, you ugly giant.
You know what? Get out! Get out now and never... Okay, you have a small but legitimate point. Did I really hurt his feelings?
Yes, you did. And then he realized he was overreacting and that there was a chance for everyone to get back to where we were.
You swear this is the first client Jessie gave Harvey after he became a name partner.
I swear.
Leave me the file. I need Cutie Pie Cosmetics.
Want to try that again?
I'm meeting with Joan Walsh tonight. I need her files.
Joan is Harvey's client.
Not anymore.
Since when?
Since it doesn't matter because I'm the name partner now. Which means when I ask you to do something, your response should be either how high or can I have another?
Fine. But there are a few things
You know what I know? That Harvey thinks that all it takes to impress John Walsh is to make a fancy dinner reservation. What I'm going to impress her with is so much legal domination that by the end of the night, all she'll be able to say is, Harvey Specter, who?
Okay, that's a mistake.
A mistake? I see. You trying to impress me with your legal domination to prove that you're not just a paralegal, you're an associate.
That's not why I said that.
Look, I don't care what you call yourself, but unless you did such a shitty job that files are unreadable, hand them over to me. That's more like it.
And I said, Helen, that's no Pomeranian. That's a Pomimo, and you've been had.
That's hilarious. No, really, dogs are so fascinating.
Do you have many dogs, Louis?
God, no. Building regulations. It's a class there. I've been battling it for years.
That's horrible.
Yes, so is what's going on with your stocks.
Louis, put that away. We're having dinner.
Yes, but I think you'll be interested in how we could skyrocket the share price if...
Right now, what I'm interested in is having another Manhattan and seeing what's on the dessert list.
You don't need a list. Get a creme brulee. Now, about the stock issue.
Fax the papers to my office, and I'll review them when I get home.
When you get home? Why the did we come for dinner then?
For this.
What this?
This.
Look, I don't know how Harvey handled his quarterly reviews.
Harvey was magnificent. Truth be told, I was a little disappointed when I heard that you'd be handling this, but I haven't seen your cha-cha yet, so the jury's still out. That was a lawyer joke.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, you'll be glad it was me here tonight. Because I've sent a letter to your board.
You did what?
I notified them of this.
How could you do something so patently stupid?
Stupid? I didn't become a name partner by being stupid.
Didn't you? 2 members on my board are about to reach their term limits. And at least one of them is being circled by Glamour Cosmetics. And you've just notified that person of a product that I've had in R&D for years. And now, they can trade information for a seat on the board of my biggest competitor.
Joan, I didn't know.
Tell me, Mr. Litt, did you really graduate law school? Or did you just buy yourself onto the letterhead?
Put that back down. We're staying up all night.
It didn't go well with John, did it?
No, it didn't because you sandbagged me.
I didn't sandbag you.
Then what do you call not telling me that Glamour was circling those board members?
I tried to tell you, but you couldn't hear me through all your rage.
What I'm not hearing is you putting that back down. The board members meeting tomorrow afternoon. I have only then till fixed it.
And you want my help.
Well, you're an associate of this case, aren't you?
Oh, so now I'm an associate.
Look, Rachel, it's not the time
It
to
is
get...
exactly the time. You've taken every opportunity possible to make me feel like nothing. And now even though you want something, you're still treating me like nothing.
I treat you like I treat any other associate.
That's bullshit. And even if it were true, you didn't used to treat me that way.
I only used to know that you lie to me on a daily basis.
Louis, it will serve you right if I take this back and leave you here and go home to the man I love.
So you're not going to help me?
No, I'll help you. But not because you deserve it. I'll do it because I am an associate and I'm a professional, which means I am capable of putting personal aside in order to do my job.
He's lying.
What are you talking about?
Gerard's story about winning that money playing poker, it's bullshit.
Alright, slow down. What the hell happened?
I did the math and the hands don't add up.
What do you mean you did the math?
I mean, first, he said he drew a queen on 4th Street, and then when I pressed him about
Wait
it...
a second. This conclusion is based on him recalling hands on the cross-examination?
Harvey, I got kicked out of Atlantic City for counting cards, okay? I know this shit.
That doesn't mean he's lying.
I've had a little experience with that too. I'm telling you, he was.
Or maybe he was tired.
Or maybe I'm right.
Or maybe you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Why are you defending him?
Because you goddamn asked me to.
Harvey,
He didn't take a bribe.
I didn't say he did. I said he didn't make that money playing poker.
Well, unless he admitted that he's testifying tomorrow.
Since when do you stick your head in the sand?
Did he admit it?
No, he didn't. But he screwed up the details, and he shouldn't have. Because people who are telling the truth get it right. Alright? You know that.
What are you doing?
Getting my blood flowing. I've been sitting here all night, and the restless leg syndrome kills 14 people an hour.
I don't think that's...
I don't care what you think. What do you have?
I find a way to fix things with John.
You're arguing that anything between R&D is the intellectual property of the person who suggested the product.
Until such time as the results become public.
Which they did the moment we sent that letter.
Except board members are subject to the non-disclosure agreement.
The board members didn't sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Yet.
What stops them from refusing?
Nothing. But if they do, the non-compete kicks in.
Preventing them from releasing information on my letter under the threat of prosecution.
Specifically corporate espionage.
Oh my god, you got this idea from...
Our bylaws.
My bylaws. This is acceptable.
I think the word you were looking for is awesome.
I think the word I'm saying is get out. I have a meeting to prepare for.
You know what, Luis? I worked all night on this get your ass out of a major sling. So instead of dismissing me, you should be asking me to come with you.
Excuse me, Miss Professional. I thought you want me to treat you like I treat any other associate. Well, now I am.
By acting as if I did nothing?
By acknowledging that you did acceptable work. Letting you come with me is something I would do only if we were friends, which we are not.
Oh, You're not on my list. I'm here to see Jessie.
Miss Walsh, you have to look at this.
What is this?
A chance to make things right.
You can call board members employees based on them having access to an expense account?
Not just an expense account. They have corporate cards and standing offices, which, as defined by the section 14.2 of the Revenue Code, makes them employees.
Well, Mr. Litt, looks like I won't be demanding a new point person after all.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Are you?
Of course I am. You're my first client as a name partner. You're important to me.
Well, I suppose we'll know the truth when somebody else makes a name partner.
What are you talking about?
I'm not an idiot. I know that nobody at your firm wants to deal with me.
That's not true. I even fought for you.
You may have thought that you were fighting for me, but I know Jessie dumped me on Harvey. And it looks like as soon as you made name partner, Harvey did the same thing to you.
You have to believe me. I didn't know.
Then I guess we're made for each other, since we're both left out of the club.
Thanks for meeting me here.
What's going on?
I wanted to thank you for making me take Gerard.
What happened?
What makes you think something happened?
Because you don't have moments of self-reflection, let alone have a drink with someone unless something happens?
You know what? Something did happen. I dealt with some shit, and I'm trying to thank you for it, because it turned out to be a good thing.
I think the word you're looking for is closure.
That's your word. The word I'm looking for is... You're welcome, Harvey. That's nice of you to say.
Thanks, Harvey.
Good. Now listen, I need to talk to you about something.
You know, for a moment there, I thought you were going to tell me he knows.
What?
Maybe I'm crazy, but when I was prepping him, he had this suspicious look on his face, and after everything's been happening lately,
Mike.
you calling me to...
It's fine. He doesn't know.